Hi everyone, welcome back to Crafting with Crabapple Tales. Today I have designed a craft to go with the book, A Summer Day. As you remember, Bonnie Bear picked some wildflowers on the Isle of the Butterfly when they stopped for lunch. We're making a flower press that Bonnie could have used to remember her fun day. You can download the materials list and directions from our website, crabapple.tales.com. Okay, let's get started. For this craft, you will need 7 pieces of corrugated cardboard, cut from a mailing box. 4x6 inch size are these. 2 elastic bands, 6 pieces of printer paper or newspaper cut to 4x6 inch size, a piece of scrapbook paper also cut to 4x6 inch size. This is how we did it, but you don't want to use any corrugated cardboard that has tape on it, or is folded, or is rough on the inside or junky. Take only the pieces that are nice and flat and smooth. So we'll cut a piece out of this end flap from one of the cartons we got this week. We don't want to use the folded part, we don't want to use this end part. You take a marker and trace around your template, which is, in this case, 4 inches by 6 inches. You can really make this any size you want, but this is a nice size if you're going for a walk in the woods and you want to collect some samples while you're out. Okay, now we're going to take a utility knife and we're going to cut it out. We probably should have used a cutting mat underneath this cardboard so we wouldn't ruin the tabletop, but I forgot. Plus, I think this is a part of the craft that an adult should do. We don't want anybody getting hurt cutting out cardboard. If you try to use a scissor, it can be done, but it doesn't come out as neatly. Please, please be careful. Okay, then you take your pieces that you've cut out and pick the one that is nice and smooth. We're going to be gluing over the top of it, and we want a nice smooth surface to glue on. Let's see, which one shall we use? I think this is the winner. Okay. Pick the best side. Get your piece of scrapbook paper. We're going to use solid pink, but you can use a print, you can use anything you want. And your glue stick and glue it up. We're going to put glue on the entire thing, all the way to the edges and all the way in the middle. If you would like, you could Mod Podge this on, but when it's just paper and cardboard, I feel like a glue stick is enough. Plus you don't get any wrinkles like you do with Mod Podge sometimes. Okay, and when you put your paper on, make sure you press it down really good, especially around all the edges. You don't want it to lift up, especially if you're carrying it in your backpack. Now you can use the labels that we've provided, but we decided to go with some stickers that we had left over from a scrapbook page. This particular sticker has a place to write a title, and on it already is written, "You are my sunshine." I don't think you can see it on camera, but there's little glitter on this and it makes it very pretty. But of course we liked more is always better, So we're going to take some corners that also came with this sticker group and decorate the corners. You can decorate your cover as much or as little as you would like. We also did one for each of the labels that we printed out. You'll see that at the end. Okay, now we're going to just take a marker and write out flower press. I think we're going to change the color, use a different color. More is more after all. And then a couple of hearts, just to make it extra cute. There we go. Now your cover is done. Now you take your cover and all the other pieces that you have cut out, stack them up. Now it's time to use the press. So take one of the pieces in the stack we're going to flower press some impatiens and some marigolds from our backyard. We're going to take a piece of printer paper, take the stem off the back, and place it down. It's usually best to do all the same kind of flowers, but not really necessary. This layer is going to have all impatiens on it. Take another piece of paper and cover it up. And then a piece of cardboard. And a piece of paper. We'll take the stem off this little red impatient. Marigolds can be pressed, but they are kind of thick. So this one we're going to pull apart this flower and have all the individual petals. Okay, and you can fit a lot of them in one layer. You can also collect grasses or ferns or four-leaf clovers. I know someone who has a collection of four-leaf clovers that they found. And this would be a great way to preserve them. Put another piece of paper on top and another piece of cardboard. Now if you have no more things you want to press, just pile the rest on top of the cardboard. Put your cover on and get your elastic bands and put one on each side. Now you if you have some very thick flowers, you might want to take a book to help press them down, or maybe two books, or a board, maybe even 3 books, but you don't really need to. 1 is more than enough, and none is fine. We didn't actually press these with any books on top. Now after 2 days, let's look and see what we have. Take your elastics off, take your extra pieces off the top. Let's get down to the flowers. See how we did. Look at that. Isn't that cute? The red flowers turned a little purplish. The yellow flowers stayed exactly the way they were. You can tell they're done because they're a little bit stiff and very, very dry. And very thin like paper. There you have it, your very own flower or leaf press. I think this one turned out beautifully. And as you can see, it works just fine. Here are the other 2 that we made from the downloaded page from our crabapple.tales.com. I think each one turned out beautifully, and they're all very useful for pressing flowers, leaves, whatever you find on the trail. There you have it, your very own flower press or leaf press. If you've enjoyed this craft, please click on the like button. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see all the new activities as I post them. Be sure to check out crabapple.tales.com for more activities from the other books. Until then, happy crafting!